What's up, crew? Welcome to another video. Today, let's talk about foam rolling. Alright, if you clicked on this video for the topic, which is going to be an interval style foam rolling, the timestamp is going to be right here. So go ahead and skip to that part of the video if that's what you're interested in, if that's what you clicked on this video for. But prior to right now, which is 7:30 p.m., typical time I hit the garage now, we had a fun packed day with Dylan going to her first gymnastics class. And then I worked on a little DIY project, which not too much footage from that, just enough to sort of make a cool little clip. Alright, so in the garage, going to go over a little bit of an interval style foam roll. If you're like me, sometimes you have a grand scheme, great idea how you're gonna hit the foam roller, you're gonna hit your legs, hit your lower back, upper back, arms, do whatever, but you end up just laying there and playing on your phone. It is uber important that you spend good quality time on the foam roller, hitting these spots that you need to hit. Now everybody's different. This is sort of a general protocol to hit your entire body. First of all, go ahead and open up if you have it, and if not, download it right now, because this is the essential to any gym bag or gym goer's application setup, and that's Push Press Timer. There's a free version which has ads and can sometimes get a little bit annoying, but there's also, I think it's only $1. If anything, it's no more than $5. Buy it right now. This is going to allow you to do a stopwatch, AMRAP, and Tabata timer, and that's not just 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That's any type of interval that you want. So you can set up 1 minute on, 0 off, so that you just are doing on the minute, and then you can also set up cycles so that if you're doing 3 different movements, but you're going to do a 5-minute EMOM of cleans, 5-minute EMOM of deadlift, 5-minute EMOM of something, you can have a 1-minute rest or however long rest in between each cycle. Super versatile app. And then you can also set the start timer thing up to 1 minute. So, you know, if you're like me and you don't want this workout to start immediately after hitting go, you can set it to be a 30-second timer, and you say 30 seconds, walk away from it, and then Asia Bartow, whoever you pick, is going to count you down. A midway encouragement from whatever coach you chose, which is pretty funny sometimes. So go ahead and set up this app. You're going to set it up for 30 seconds on, and let's go ahead and set a 10-second rest. And then you're going to 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15. So you're going to set up 18 rounds, and basically what this is going to do is give you 18 rounds of 30-second intervals with 10 seconds rest in between, so that you can transition from body part to body part. So for the first round of 30 seconds, you're going to hit your upper back, and that's just the general upper back laying on your T-spine. I like to give myself a nice big hug and roll side to side a little bit, but you're going to go from about bottom of the neck to just above your lower back. Don't go to the lower back. A lot of people will say, and there's some research to support it, that rolling your lower back is absolutely unnecessary. And you won't really get much out of it. You don't really want to roll any stable joints. It's just like you don't roll your knee, which is a stable joint, so you don't want to roll your lower back, but you want to roll the supporting muscles around it. So the thoracic spine is to start. You're going to hit that for 30 seconds, and then transition to your right lat. So from armpit, as high as you can go, as high as it's comfortable, because there's a spot right here that you want to hit. And if you don't hit it with the foam roller, you're going to want to hit it with the ball. But you're going to go from about just under the armpit all the way down to where the lat sort of goes away to your back. And that's just about lower back again. So you're gonna go up and down there, hold in any points that feel tender and tight, because those are gonna be your knots that you wanna try to displace. After those 30 seconds, transition to your left side. You're gonna hit that for your 30 seconds. I've finished the left lat, we're gonna transition to the glute or glutes. So you're gonna start on your right side. There's a couple ways you can do it. If it feels crazy enough to just roll your right glute, just go ahead and roll it the way it is. But if you are mobile enough and feel like you need a little extra, go ahead and put your right heel up on your left leg, and you're gonna roll out for 30 seconds like that. Make sure to keep moving, keep rolling yourself all the way around, get the whole entire glute complex, not just the big one, but the little ones as well. After your 30 seconds, move on to the left side. Same thing, if you've got mobile enough hips, go ahead and toss your left heel now onto your right leg, and you're going to roll your left glutes, all of them. Again, moving from side to side, up and down, get the whole entire gluteus maximus. From there, you're gonna go onto your hip, basically at the top of the hip flexor. You're gonna start there, hold for a moment in this 30 seconds, and then start to go from hip all the way down to just above your knee, right where your vastus ends. Go up a couple times if you can in that 30 seconds, and again, if you have any sore spots, pause for a moment, maybe count 1 1000, 2 1000, then move on. And if you're not feeling too much or you need a little bit more, bend your knee, try to touch your heel to your butt. So keep doing that for 30 seconds. And rather than switching legs, we're just gonna roll over to the side, which is going to be our IT band. And you're gonna go from, again, hip all the way down to just above where the knee is, up and down. Don't really need to stop here. This is sort of a weird area. The IT band isn't something that you can necessarily mobilize. A lot of people will say, go ahead and do what feels good, and you're just gonna spend 30 seconds on that side. If anything, you're also pushing your quad muscles and providing some stimulus to that muscle group as well, and the hamstrings a little bit. So once you finish with the IT band, go ahead and sit on foam roller again on your hamstring. So now you're gonna roll from just under your glute all the way down to just before the back of your knee. Don't go to the back of the knee because that could be sort of a tender spot. Again, this is a stable joint. You don't want to necessarily roll that. Something I like to do, because I do have a weird tenderness between the two muscles, is I like to sit right there for a little bit and do little tiny oscillations, and it feels really, really good to me, and it also seems to give me the most benefit for hamstring mobility. So once that 30 seconds is up, you're gonna go to the other quad, your right quad, or whichever one you didn't start with, top of the hip, all the way down to just above the knee, 30 seconds. Again, if you feel any sore spots, pause, bend your knee, do anything that helps provide a little bit more stimulus to the muscle. Go to the IT band after 30 seconds, and then the hamstrings again. From that hamstring, go on down to the calf, and you're going to go up and down on the calf, doing the same thing that you did with your glute, and that is trying to get every bit of your calf, not just the back end of it. And you're gonna find that you might be more tender in the big chunks of your calves, which is the gastrocnemius, or all the way at the bottom, which is gonna be more of your soleus. Pay more attention to whichever one you feel has the most soreness, and just roll it out. Trying to get as much as possible. Roll your ankle around, because this is gonna flex and relax your calf muscles while you're rolling it, which is gonna help break up any adhesions. So keep on rolling it. You can also toss your other leg on top of the one that's being rolled to add a little bit more pressure. Once that 30 seconds is up, go ahead and switch to your other leg. Once that 30 seconds is up, we're gonna move on to the peroneals. For me, this is a very hot spot, so I definitely hit this. Be soft and tender, because these are really small muscles, and you're basically jamming the shin bone into those muscles. Pay close attention, and you're not gonna put your full weight on it, and you're almost gonna be in a pigeon pose at this point. Go ahead and roll from bottom of the knee down to your ankle and back up, and you're gonna be off to an angle, so not really on top of your shin. Hit your other leg, and then we're done with the foam rolling. The last things we're gonna do within the rounds, because we have some extra rounds that are gonna be outside of the foam rolling, and that's going to be a puppy dog stretch, which if you do ROMWOD, you're gonna recognize this. That is where your butt is in the air, and you're gonna try to reach out with your arms and touch the ground with your chest. You wanna get your chest as close to the ground as possible. So there's gonna be 3 sort of positions for, depending on your mobility. That's gonna be forehead on the ground, chin on the ground, throat on the ground, okay? So if you've got your forehead on the ground, you've got some room to work. You have a little bit of mobility issue in your thoracic spine. If you're able to get your chin on the ground, you're a little bit more mobile, but you still got a little bit more room. If you've got your chest and throat on the ground, you need to move on to something a lot more difficult, and I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. After the puppy dog, 30 seconds, we're gonna switch to a thread the needle. So you're gonna leave one arm stretched out, you're gonna reach the other arm through and try to get your deltoid to touch the ground, okay? Now, we're not trying to twist the torso, we're trying to close the gap between our chest and our bicep on the ground. So basically like the old school stretch you did in the schoolyard, reaching your arm over, except now you're putting your body pressure on it. After 30 seconds, we're gonna switch to the other side, and that's going to conclude this interval of mobility. Now you can do a bunch of other things afterwards depending on your needs. For me, I'm gonna grab the monster band and do a couple hip circles, left to right steps. I'm gonna grab the ball and, like I said, hit that spot in the shoulder here because that gets tight for me. That's gonna help me with my overhead position. I'm gonna hit the voodoo floss, which I'll do a completely different video for next time because this is Monday. Monday's upload, so technically this is Mobility Monday. Hey, what's up? So next week, I'm gonna show my process with the voodoo floss, which is gonna be all lower body. I don't really do upper body because it's way too hard to do by yourself. In my opinion, it's just, doesn't seem right to wrap certain muscles that like flex a certain way. Big muscles can take it, little muscles, they just get squeezed off in weird directions. Look forward to that. I'm kind of excited because I feel like this, at least the explanation went well, and the voodoo floss one should go just as well, and it'll be a little bit shorter. So looking forward to editing this, to be honest. There's a lot of talking and it's 14 minutes in. So there's probably that big chunk that I could take out that you're probably not gonna know what I'm talking about because I took it out. Now I'm gonna shoot the B-roll. So hope you enjoy it, hope it comes out great, hope you learn something, or maybe this will be a new tool in your toolbox before you get ready for your workout, whether you're a CrossFitter, bodybuilder, whatever fitnesser, whatever you do, this is gonna be great for you. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, hit that like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the things that help grow the crew. And until tomorrow, cause we doing this daily again, we are daily. I'll see you later, crew. Ba-da-dun-dun. The DIY project actually came out pretty good. Check that out, not bad. Pretty cool. Pretty excited about it.